about the event, and all of us are the conveners and members of various organizing committees for the Jubilee. We are commemorating this 50 years of the Diocese of Kohima. When we say the Diocese of Kohima, the Catholic Church has a diocese, which could be a state, or a state can have 2-3 dioceses, depending on the populations and the area of administrations for the church. So when we say 50 years of the Diocese of Kohima, which means since the installation of the Diocese of Kohima, we are 50 years. We are not saying that as a Catholic we are 50 years. No, as a diocese, Catholic, even before the coming of the diocese here, there were some members of the Catholic Nagas who were baptized in 1950s, early 1950s and late 1950s. Though the diocese came much later. So we are celebrating the 50 years, and as part of the celebrations, we have had a lot of activities since last year. So last year we have started the preparations of the celebration of this Jubilee, not a physical preparation alone, but spiritual preparations that began since last year. So that all those activities will be culminating in the form of Golden Jubilee celebrations on the 27th, 28th, and 29th of October this year. So for that, we are having this press conference. Now I would like to hand it over to the Bishop for giving the background of how we are going to celebrate.
You know that the first Catholic missionaries to stay in Nagaland was 3 sisters who came to work in Naga Hospital, belonging to the missionary sisters from Spain, who along with the Monsignor Barnes, who was a chaplain, came along with the sisters. Since then, the community members gradually grew, and they were under the Diocese of Dibruga, because Nagaland, Manipur was placed under the Diocese of Dibruga. And in 1973, a separate diocese was created for Nagaland as well as for Manipur, and it was called the Diocese of Kohima and Imphal. That was in 1973, and Bishop Abraham Malanjamattathil, a Salesian priest, was nominated to be the bishop, and he was ordained as a bishop of Kohima and Imphal in October 1973. Since then, the church became independent from Dibruga, and the church continued to grow with the missionaries, their activities. And then in 1980, the Diocese of Kohima and Imphal were separated or bifurcated. So a separate diocese for Nagaland by the name of Diocese of Kohima, and a separate diocese for Manipur by the name of Diocese of Imphal was created. And Bishop Abraham Malanjamattathil continued to be the Bishop of Kohima, while Joseph Mindrathani, a bishop from Tezpur, was transferred and brought as the first bishop of Imphal Diocese. Of course, in 1995, Imphal became an archdiocese. But these two dioceses continued to coexist, and we know that people of these two dioceses are tribal people belonging to various Naga tribes. Now, calculating from 1973, we have attained 50 years this year, and therefore the celebration, the Golden Jubilee celebration, as enshrined in the Bible, the book of Leviticus, we are trying to re-enhance, rejuvenate, and to revisit our life as Catholics through this celebration. As Jonas said, it is not only an external physical celebration, it is much more an internal spiritual renewal for the whole church in Nagaland. So we are inaugurated officially the Jubilee in October 2022. And then we have begun a pilgrimage of the statue of Mary Help of Christians, because the Diocese of Kohima is under the patronage of Mary Help of Christians. Therefore, a statue from the cathedral have been going around all the parishes, centers, schools in Nagaland with a prayer. And it is a way of renewal of our spiritual life, our commitment as Catholics. And then, of course, the statue goes around and comes by in October, and then we will have the physical celebration. As Jonas said, we have a lot of committees in order to plan out, in order to program this celebration. And as you might see in cathedral, the ground, the whole cathedral itself is renovated, repaired, so that we'll have a great celebration in the cathedral church, in the cathedral premises. We are also building other facilities in order to epitomize the celebration of the Golden Jubilee. Unfortunately, 29th of October is the last day of conclusion of the Synod in Rome, and therefore most of the cardinals are present there. We do not have any cardinals to be officially preside over our functions, but we will have archbishops and bishops and other representatives all over from India, Northeast and abroad, sharing our joy of 50 years of Catholic life in Nagaland, as a diocese, of course.
Cabinet ministers, MLAs, all the HODs and HODs of the department, and also our other fellow Christians, denominations, other denomination churches. So we are inviting all of them.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapu viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.